But if you just think of it, study shows that 80% of the people who work for corporates don't love what they do. And 50% of the lawyers are in depression and want to quit their job by any means. But if you just think of the why behind it, like why is that people who literally strived so hard at a younger age to become an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer now wanted to quit their job? Welcome back to the Experty Podcast. My name is Teja, and thanks to each and every single one of you who come back every time to learn, to execute, and to exploit for a better purpose. And before I dive straight into the BRules, breaking or bursting them out, I just want to say a huge thank you for all your love and support that you have given to the podcast from 36 plus countries with various age groups. We've been having thousands of listeners, and I also want to share a story that made me speak on this Unicast. In this pandemic, I actually got a chance to connect with the people that I've lost connection for quite a long time. And I hope you also had a similar time likewise, like calling someone after quite a bit of time and speaking to them with a lot of fun, right? In my case, I spoke with my younger mates, elderly people, friends, family, relatives, and many other that I knew. Maybe over 100 plus discussions, yes. And as you all know, we definitely take quite a long time when we are in a call with a person after a very, very long time, right? And we all can relate to that, like how it feels when we speak about the past dates and funny moments that are always remarkable in each of our lives, right? Out of all such deep conversations that I had with all of my friends, family, relatives, and many other, the one thing that I commonly found is that people are actually bounded and biased by something that has been influenced by someone. Now let me break it down for you a bit. Like when I was having such deep conversations with the various people that I knew, I genuinely found a typical pattern that we hardly notice, but we feel it in the most, right? Let me give you that an example to make it even more clear and a better way. So most of my younger mates are biased with mindset that follows a pattern of paths created by parents, teachers, and society, and they are bounded by a set of rules created by all of us. Yes, I mean by all of us. Like maybe it's about making decisions about their career or choosing a college, and it's actually regrettable to see them following the paths they're utterly unsure about their journey, right? And also in another case, most of my elder mates are biased by positions in society. They keep thinking about what other people around them think about their lifestyle. And also most of my family members and relatives are biased by money and fame. Take a bit of time and think of it. Is that the same thing with people around you? Are they biased by money, fame, positions, and other people's thoughts and advice? Is that the same? Like just say yes in your mind if it is. And it's okay to open up because none of them are here actually. It's only you and me speaking all alone and introspecting and reflecting back in your lives. Just say yes in your mind if it is, or nod your head or raise your hands up. And this is so much important because we don't just live with them, we also live with their biased thoughts and biased expectations, not realizing we could always break them, right? And today, in this episode, we're gonna uncover where that biasness came from and why we should break them. And again, before we move forward in depth, I wanna let you tell yourself. Like, I want to really let you ask yourself and tell yourselves the answer. Like, why do you think most people around are being biased by something? Like, why do you think? What would be the reason for that biased mindset? So, we live in a world that continuously echoes what's hot, popular, and trending. And I'm from a university class of 2021 where I'm supposed to hold a job or go for higher studies or become a failure. No matter what else I do in my life, other than getting a job or going for higher studies, it's very expected that people would call me a failure. But if you just think of it, study shows that 80% of the people who work for corporates don't love what they do. And 50% of the lawyers are in depression and want to quit their job by any means. But if you just think of the why behind it, like why is that people who literally strived so hard at a younger age to become an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer now wanted to quit their job? if you just think of it, it's because the belief that they had in the past of becoming something didn't came from inside of us. It came from the outside world. It came from the people's thoughts. It came from what we think about, what others think about us, right? And most importantly, the rules which are created by culturescape and the society. In reality, those rules are called BRules, the BRules, the bullshit rules. This is the term that I instantly got captivated when I heard from Vishen Lakhiani, the author of the book Code of the Extraordinary Mind, where he spoke about the rules that are being created by the people in the past. But that made me learn a few thoughts, and most often rules that you find with younger, elder, family, and any other people that you live with. And the first rule, the B rule, the bullshit rule, is that you need to get into IITs or NITs to become successful, right? This is the first rule that has been into the minds of the people or parents that are striving the kids to become and get into IITs or NITs. And then the second one, the second rule, is that you need to be in more significant positions to live a happy life. And you can only live an extraordinary life if you get a job in the industry. And also, the most common thing is that you need to hold a degree to achieve your dreams or goals, no matter whatever. And this is most commonly known that people who usually strive for degrees, not knowing that they could even do better without that, not knowing that that is not an essential part of your journey, but they feel that is the one thing which is stopping them to move forward. Right? These are the BRules that have been created by people around by this culturescape and the people who will listen to and the people who our parents listen to, right? And these BRules might be real and genuine, but long ago. But absolutely not now in the current situation and in the current era. And why breaking these BRules is so much important? It's because no matter what person you are in the world, maybe a celebrity, a teacher, a mentor, a family member, or a close friend, everyone out there is an influencer to one another for some sort of work that you are good at. And if you wanted to create a change in the better generation in your family or a society, you need to break that bullshit rules.